Hi, everybody. I wanted to talk about converting to Roth. A lot of people seem to think that there's a simple answer for everyone, and there really isn't. Converting to Roth is very individualized. So I'm going to try to bring up some of the key components on who should be converting to Roth, whereas some other people really should not be converting to Roth. So really starting with understanding taxation. The whole concept is really trying to pay taxes at lower taxation and defer taxes at higher taxation. So here you can see all the different tax brackets that we have in these nice little buckets. And right now they're set at 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, 35, 37, so forth and so on. But we have to remember, especially for those of us that have flexibility right now, that coming soon in 2026, the 2026 tax year, some of these tax brackets are going to bump up, and 12 is going to go to 15, 22 is going to go to 25, 24, 28, so forth and so on. The higher tax brackets don't get tweaked as much, but certainly those lower tax brackets get adjusted. So choosing to pay taxes at lower tax rates is really what Roth is all about, okay? If the investing is the exact same in each of the accounts, it's more about the taxes that you didn't pay when you deferred versus the taxes you did pay when you chose to pull out, okay? So pay taxes when you're in the lower tax brackets. 10 and 12% is usually a no-brainer. For some people that are always going to be in the 22% tax brackets and higher throughout retirement, then 22% is super cheap. And honestly, even 24% is cheap taxation right now for those kinds of people. Whereas if you're in the 30+% tax brackets, certainly deferral is going to be your best friend. But you do have to look at the long run and how you're deferring. So be very careful, because at some point somebody has to pay taxation. So that's the general rules from that standpoint. So people that need to really be more aggressive about converting to Roth, well, certainly people that have heirs that they care about and want to give money to. Roth is by far your heirs' favorite money, okay? When they inherit a Roth account, if they do this properly, they get 10 years of deferred growth with no taxation, okay? That's a huge advantage to anyone, to be able to let money sit and grow for 10 years and not be taxed, and take it all out and just have all that tax-free growth to themselves. So the huge benefit for heirs when we talk about Roth accounts. So if you have heirs and you plan on giving them money, Roth is their favorite money, which means you need to work on getting more and more money into that Roth, because you'll have much longer time to grow and take advantage of that tax-free status. On the flip side, if you have no heirs and you're trying to spend your last dollar on your last day, that doesn't give you a very big window to work with Roth. Okay, it's nice if you can do it in your working years, but the question really is are you in higher tax brackets in your working years versus your retirement years? And typically for most people, deferring in their working years makes more sense than putting into Roth during the working years. Okay, so if you have no heirs, less important for you really to focus on Roth conversions. So then there's the amount of money that we have and the kind of money we have saved. If you are like many retirees heading into retirement with a mountain of IRA money, you have to address that. The day you retire, you have to be focusing on that IRA money. Pull out what you need to enjoy your retirement, but fill your tax brackets every single year, trying to reduce that IRA money at the lowest taxation as possible. And these next few years really highlight that. If we already know that in our system, tax rates are going to go up after 2025, then we should be choosing to pull out as much of that IRA money now at lower taxation. Okay, so if you go into retirement with a mountain of IRA, you have to have a planner, somebody who understands taxation and understands exactly how much you should be pulling out each year, and put a plan together to get that done. Okay, Whereas on the flip side of that, if you plan on living in a lower tax brackets, maybe you just have Social Security, you have no pension, and you live a fairly simple life, living on $2,000-3,000 a month. I know plenty of people that are extremely happy in retirement, living on $2,000-3,000 a month. If you're in that situation, sometimes pulling out extra money from your IRA causes the taxation of your Social Security, effectively creating double taxation. And in those cases, we typically say, no, don't you dare pull from that IRA any more money than you have to, okay? So we do have to look at the big picture. Everybody's not always in the same situation, and it depends on these factors as to whether you need to start doing some Roth converting or not. The other side of this is the taxation itself and the brackets. So the what? How much money should we be pulling out and converting to Roth? I've seen too many people just come up with some arbitrary number. It is not arbitrary, okay? It can be $5,000, it could be $50,000, it could be a different amount every single year. So it's really important that we understand how we determine how much money we should be converting to Roth each year. And a lot of this is about filling up your own tax bracket. Certainly, if you're in this example here, I've got joint at 65. So a married couple over 65, if your total income for the year was, say, $80,000, well, the 12% tax bracket is $112,000. So you could pull out, what is that, $32,000 from your IRA, move it into your Roth. I don't care how old you are. You could be 95 years old, and I would still do that right now. Filling up your 12% tax bracket, as long as you're already in a situation where your Social Security is taxed, makes sense all the time, okay? So please understand that it really is not an arbitrary number. It's about filling up the tax brackets. It's always looking at the percentage of taxation, not the dollar amount that you're paying, okay? It's not about pinching the pennies and not paying any dollars in taxes. It's about paying the lowest percentage over the life, okay? That's the important part. So yes, we're choosing to pull money out of an IRA. We're choosing to pay taxes on it, but we got to be choosing to pay taxes at lower tax rates. And paying 12% now as opposed to 25% later is important. Or for a lot of people, being proactive and pulling money out at 12% now, avoiding 22% later is super important, because that's an additional 10% taxation. And if you don't have an advisor that understands taxation, then unfortunately, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities to avoid that excess taxation, okay? So then how? Control the flow. I always talk about this. Instead of pulling from your investments every month or whenever you need money, there's no structure around that, and we lose track of our taxation and all the taxable events that we've caused. So your checking account has all the income coming in. That income, especially in retirement, is pretty predictable, so we know how much taxation is coming in there. You create a savings account that has the amount of money you need to cover what your income doesn't cover. So if you're newly retired, you chose to delay taking Social Security and you have no income, then you need 1 year's worth of money in that savings account. It can feed your checking account, and that's how you pay the bills. The whole idea is to avoid the hodgepodge of pulling from investments all throughout the year. We need to control the taxation and make wise decisions. So have a checking account that brings in the income, having a savings account that covers the rest of the year worth of money that we need to enjoy our retirement. Then once a year, towards the end of the year, we grab the money we need to refill that savings account for the upcoming year. And then we take a look at our taxation throughout the year. What was our income? How much did we just pull out, and what taxes did that cause? Now we can go back to those charts and look at our tax brackets and fill up our tax bracket. So controlling the flow and doing this once a year becomes really important, okay? So fill your savings account for the upcoming year, then look at what you can put into Roth from there. The other point to make on this is, if we're doing this for our heirs, if we don't need the money we're putting into Roth, please understand, if the stock market is down, that's an opportunity to move positions into your Roth, okay? So understand, this is not necessarily a withdrawal. This is just shifting it from one tax class to another tax class, causing a taxable event. So if we have 50 shares of a mutual fund priced at $10 a share, we can move all those over. But if the price goes down to, $5 a share, we could move double the amount of shares over, okay? And now we have them in Roth, and when they come back, they are all completely tax-free. So don't think we always have to make the decision based on safe investments and stock market investments. Pull from safe when the market is down, pull from the stock market when it's up, okay? That's traditionally how you would look at it, but that only applies to withdrawals, okay? Never pull from an investment that has lost. Well, that applies to withdrawals. So when you're talking about putting money into your savings account, never pull from losses, period. When we're talking about moving it to Roth, it's a different conversation. We're not withdrawing the money. I know it feels like we're pulling money out and then putting it back in, but we're really not. We're moving from this account to this account. So if the market's down, that's actually an opportunity to move positions in your stock portfolio that have been beaten up, move them into Roth and let them grow back completely tax-free. So controlling that flow can be really important depending on your situation. So then the other side is when do we do this? Well, you do it, first of all, every single year, and especially in your lower tax years, okay? So if you're in your lower tax years, if you just graduated from the working years into your retirement years, and you're in lower taxation, then you have to be doing this every single year. And I always tell people to wait till the end of the year. Okay, we have to understand that waiting till the end of the year is important because we need to know what taxable events we've had throughout the year. Okay, all right. So hopefully that helps out with the Roth conversation. Not everybody should be doing it, but everybody should be paying attention to it. And the day you retire, that's when it becomes so important to really look at your situation and work on the landscape of your savings. And it's a lot of it has to do with taxation. Okay. If we can help in any way, please feel free to contact us. We're always happy to help out. We don't charge for appointments. We're available nationwide via Zoom. If you like our videos, please share them with your friends. Let everybody know about our YouTube channel, and please subscribe. We've got to get subscribers on here. It's real easy. Click the subscribe button. If you don't have a Gmail, Google account, those are free. You can set them up anytime. We're adding content every single week. Please come back, join us, and view our videos. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.